Of course, I saw when Tate went to PBD. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go and watch it. As always, Tate is a character under Tate, and he's made himself believe he is that character. So like, it's crazy. Like he puts on the glasses and he becomes a character. And he takes them off and he's still the character. Insane. So Tallahassee, Florida. All right, so Florida's Attorney General announced Tuesday that his office has opened a criminal investigation into Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, who are charged with human trafficking in Romania days after they returned to the U.S. I have a lot of questions about this because, like, how is this possible? Attorney General James Uthemeyer, is that how you would say his last name? Oh, snap. Well, we'll find out. There's a video. Announced on social media that he directed his office to work with law enforcement to conduct Uthemeyer? We'll find out. They say his name. Uthemeyer? Conduct a preliminary inquiry into the Tate brothers based on a thorough review of the evidence. Apparently they have evidence now. I've directed the Office of Statewide Prosecution to execute search warrants and issue subpoenas in the now active criminal investigation into the Tate brothers. So now there's bro, these people, kill sopo, bro. they need a sage. Like, they need to just cleanse. Okay, so Romania dropped the charges. They came to Florida. They were supposed to be here for like a vacation, and now in Florida, they're like, yeah, you guys are possibly guilty of these charges in Romania that haven't been proved to be true. But because there were charges in Romania, we're gonna adopt those same charges here with no actual evidence. Like, they're saying they have thorough review of the evidence. What evidence do you have? The guy's only been here for less than a week. What do you and all he's been doing is going on cameras and talking to people and just getting more clout. He went on Patrick Bet-David for 2 hours. He went on Candace Owens, like, so whatever. And then it says here, during the appearance Monday on PBD podcast, Andrew Tate said the governor was caving to media pressure. Tate said he has a U.S. passport and a right to visit his home country. He said he has broken no laws and that he has never been tried, let alone convicted of a crime. So let's take a look at that video, which I believe is Breaking Point, which I like, Breaking Point as well. All right, I'm ready.
To the Tate brothers, and so let me just say at the top, I have not had the time to explicitly parse every statement by Andrew Tate, every one of his human trafficking.
What's up with this guy's teeth? I'm sorry, I gotta stop for a second. Like, are they fake?
Maybe. I don't know. Focus on the content.
Andrew Tate, every one of his human trafficking claims or all of that. I do know that he has definitely advocated some stuff that I definitely am against, of which I guess the Romanian authorities found and bear investigation. But the funniest thing that I have seen now so far is this civil war happening right now over Andrew Tate's basically fleeing/vacationing, according to him, back to the United States, and a split overall in the conservative movement, where many people, we've had Ali Bet-Stuckey on the show, for example, to be like, hey, actually, no, Andrew Tate is not really a male model at all for anybody who is conservative or wants to see like family life, or, there's I could go down the list in terms of so many of the different things that the guy has said. But the split now has opened up a fight legally here in America, where the Attorney General of the state of Florida said he is going to pursue an investigation of Andrew Tate, specifically around these human trafficking allegations. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, look, these guys have themselves publicly admitted to participating in what very much appears to be soliciting, trafficking, preying upon women around the world. Many of these victims coming forward, some of them minors. People can spin or defend however they want, but in Florida, this type of behavior is viewed as atrocious. We're not going to accept it. They chose to come here and set their feet down in this state, and we're going to pursue every tool we have within our legal authority to hold them accountable. So we are in the process today. We have secured and executed subpoenas and warrants, and we're going to continue to move forward with full force of law. This is an ongoing criminal investigation, and we're going to use every tool we have to ensure that justice is served.
Do you open a criminal investigation?
There is an active criminal investigation, yes.
Do you believe that can you give me any details of what?
I can't comment on a pending investigation, but what I can tell you is if these guys did criminal activity here in Florida, we will go after them with the full force of law and hold them accountable.
So the Florida Attorney General saying there was an active criminal investigation. Andrew Tate then responded. Let's put this up there on the screen. He put out his tweet saying, Ron DeSantis is attacking me because he was worried I would support Byron Donalds over his wife, knowing I have monumental political weight and trust our commander-in-chief,
Byron
President
Donalds
Trump's
should definitely
recommendations
win.
They attacked me to prevent me from destroying his wife's political ambitions. Interestingly, I had no interest in Florida politics until I learned how communist the DeSantis administration is. Game on. Well, it might surprise everyone to learn that actually even Byron Donalds not really playing ball with all this. So guys, can we go ahead and play E3, please?
Of course he's not. He's trying to run for governor.
Tate and his brother Tristan, because in Romania, where they just came to Florida from, there were charges of rape, sex with minor, and human trafficking. Do you support the Attorney General's actions here?
I do. I think those allegations have to be fully investigated, and then we go from there. The key thing is we don't tolerate the trafficking of women or, frankly, the abuse of women. We do not tolerate that. So if the Attorney General finds cause under Florida law to investigate that, then I wish him the best, and I support whatever he's going to do on that matter.
Are Andrew and Tristan Tate welcome in Florida?
No. Quite frankly, not. Because if you listen to some of the dialogue, I find it to be demeaning and disgusting. That's not about being an alpha male. It's not about being a strong man. What they stand for, in my view, is something totally different.
Woo! All right, so Byron is actually backing up the Attorney General here. So, bit of a plot twist. And Andrew Tate says, let's see, E4, can we put that on the screen, please? He is now claiming that his flight to the United States is his flight to the United States was just vacation. It's a strange feeling to be so adored that you go on a 2-week holiday in Miami. The entire
Jose's
world
like, yeah,
talks
they're
about
definitely
it. It's
fake.
wild.
Yes,
I'm
guys,
going back
okay,
to
they're
Romania
fake.
in a few days. Anyway,
Poor guy, man.
There we go, Crystal. Before I play the
I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but like all I see is teeth, and not even real ones.
I like his perspective though.
But yeah, for sure. I mean,
more than hers.
What do you think about this whole tape?
Hold on, let her get her perspective in the way I can get mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I skipped a little bit. Hold on.
Crazy Andrew Tate's reaction, but I wanted to get yours first.
Back to Romania is a surprise. I guess he feels like
he's under investigation there. I mean, I wouldn't want to go back to Romania.
I mean, maybe he feels like because it looks very much like the Trump administration intervened directly with the Romanian government. So maybe he feels like he's got more protection in Romania at this point, courtesy of Trump and Rick Grinnell in particular, than he does clearly in the state of Florida. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos floating around, both of things that he has said, which, if true, if acted upon, certainly would constitute criminal behavior, or some of the alleged videos that are floating out there of actual abuse. I mean, it truly is horrifying. What? So for a party that has any semblance of caring about family values, you can understand why there's some contingent that's like, maybe this guy really isn't the role model that we want to embrace here. And it is utterly disgusting that the Trump administration intervened on behalf of this dude. Like, whatever you think of him, that they spent their diplomatic resources.
Okay. All right. I'm ready for my
Jose says his girl's shiny.
Oh, God. All right.
She look like she got that butter skin.
So, put me back on that screen,
hold on now,
buddy.
Yeah, she got damn. Look at her jaw.
Yeah,
damn.
I know.
She can knock somebody out with that thing.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Her jaw and her neck. It's like jacked.
Very prominent.
All right, so. All right, Byron Donalds is full of shit, and he's only saying this because he's running for governor and he wants to get on DeSantis' good side because he is going against DeSantis' wife. So that's just, my thoughts, my perspective, but that's clearly what I think is happening there. And then, of course, because now the AG is putting a spotlight on Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate and their allegations in Romania, they're now putting that, back onto the surface. Now everybody's talking about Andrew Tate again, and because he wasn't being talked about for a bit, right? If you guys didn't notice, and then now he's back again into the spotlight. Back with his case of like, oh, he's a rapist, he's a misogynist, he abuses women and whatever. It's like, listen, bro, I don't care what you think as far as like, oh, he's not like a good model for men. I don't agree with that. First of all, the guy is fit, so clearly he cares about his physique, and that should be something to look up to. Men should care about their body, Like, I'm not saying be freaking shallow and have a six-pack, but I'm saying not be fat, That's one. So I think that's a good role model just off of that alone. And then on top of that, he talks about how to just be tough and how to provide for your woman. Now, his lifestyle, as in he thinks he should have more than one woman, and he's into the whole polygamy thing. Whatever, that's his lifestyle. Everybody's different when it comes to their sexual preferences. But as far as like, is he a bad role model for men? I disagree. I think he's a great role model for men. He's literally telling men to get married. So, I mean, what liberal is doing that right now? So I don't see what the problem is. He's telling men to go make money, go provide. I don't see what the problem is. People just say, oh, he's not the conservative type. He's not a Matt Walsh. Okay, yeah, because he's not Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is a separate person. Matt Walsh is more humble, more down to earth, more like drinking my whiskey and, go and fish. This guy's more of like extravagant cars while being with his shirt off, smoking a cigar. It's just a different type of macho vibe, but nonetheless, it's still a vibe needed for masculinity to become, great again.